This is USVI News, your Virgin Islands connection.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for USVI News. I'm Emily Matson. Former USVI Governor Dr. Roy Lester Schneider has died. He was the 5th elected governor of the VI and was also a respected physician. He died Sunday at the age of 83 from health complications. He was born in May of 1939 on St. Thomas. The former governor served one term as U.S. Virgin Islands governor from January of 1995 until 1999. Senate President Donna Frett Gregory said Dr. Schneider was a gifted physician and served the Virgin Islands and the United States with distinction. Dr. Schneider was a Bronze Star Army veteran who served during the Vietnam War between 1966 and 68, where he served as a medical advisor and surgeon. He was also awarded the Vietnamese Honor Medal by the Republic of Vietnam. Dr. Schneider, who is also the namesake of the main hospital in St. Thomas, then returned home to Charlotte Amalie, where he practiced medicine. He was pivotal to the improvement of healthcare and healthcare systems throughout the Virgin Islands. He served as VI Health Commissioner for the VI Department of Health for 10 years and was instrumental in the completion of the hospitals in both districts before he went on to be elected as Virgin Islands governor. Dr. Schneider will receive a state funeral. And Governor Albert Bryan Jr. issued a statement on the passing of the former governor. He said, quote, "I was saddened to learn another one of our great Virgin Islanders has passed. His accomplishments will undoubtedly be celebrated for generations to come. As a scholar, doctor, and former governor, he blazed a trail of success and a standard of excellence. He will be missed. My deepest condolences to his family." The governor went on to say that he and his wife Yolanda expressed their deepest and most heartfelt condolences to his family and everyone in the Virgin Islands community who are mourning his passing. On St. Croix, Virgin Islands police are investigating a deadly one-vehicle accident from over the weekend. It happened Sunday just after 1 o'clock in the morning on Emancipation Drive in Frederickstead. Police say the driver lost control, veered off the road, and collided into a tree and fence on the Canebrake Apartments. The driver was trapped inside the vehicle. Emergency crews responded quickly, but unfortunately the driver was dead. That man's identified as 36-year-old Juan Nales Jr. On St. John, police arrest a man for a recent burglary at a business earlier this year. It was not a recent burglary, but the arrest was recent. The suspect's identified as 26-year-old Alan Byer. His recent arrest stems from a burglary reported back on August 31st. Investigators say the owner of the Cafe Roma restaurant reported his business was burglarized and several items were taken. Police reviewed surveillance footage, which they say showed Byer leave the area of the business with a plastic bag, which was identified as a bag that the restaurant provides for its to-go customers. Police charged him back on Friday. He was already in prison for a different crime. Police are continuing this investigation, and if you have any information, you're asked to call investigators. On St. Thomas, detectives are investigating an assault over the weekend near Chicken and Bowling. This happened Sunday when officers responded to the hospital for a gunshot victim. A man told police he was in the area of Chicken and Bowling in the Al Cohen's Plaza when he was shot, then taken to the hospital by a private vehicle. Detectives with the Criminal Investigation Bureau are investigating this one, and if you have any information, you're asked to call 911, police, or Crime Stoppers VI. Sunday kicked off this year's Hanukkah celebration with menorah lightings taking place all over the world. The world's tallest electronic menorah will be on display in downtown Miami in celebration of Hanukkah. Spectators will also be able to see the world's tallest spinning digital dreidels and the world's largest LED array of six-pointed Jewish stars as well. During the 8 nights of the Jewish Festival of Lights, the 700-foot-tall Paramount Miami World Center will host this display. They will illuminate a candle every morning before dawn from sunset through midnight. The holidays are, of course, a time for giving, and that includes tips. Elise Preston takes a look at who you should tip and how much.
Kelly Greer is gift shopping for friends and family, but other people in her life are getting cash.
Who is it that you tip for holidays?
The garbage carrier, the mail carrier, pretty much anyone who, my nail salon tech, anybody who services me and helps me out throughout the year.
A new survey finds more people plan to give holiday tips this year, showing gratitude to everyone from housekeepers to teachers to trash collectors. But those tips are expected to be smaller, some by a few dollars, while child care providers could see half the amount from last year.
I think it has a lot to do with inflation. People want a tip, they want to show this appreciation, but they may not have as much money to go around.
Ted Rossman from Bankrate says $20 is a good starting point for many services, but it's a personal decision.
You mentioned that it could be awkward. How do you avoid the awkwardness when doing a holiday tip?
I think one way to limit the awkwardness is to talk to friends, family, neighbors, see what they're doing, see what's customary.
Some people can't necessarily accept cash tips. What is the workaround for that?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like the Postal Service, for example, they frown upon cash tips. They're okay with gifts worth $20 or less per occasion. A gift card seems okay.
Rossman says a gift or tip this time of year is a nice way to say thanks and may also provide motivation for better work in the future. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Out of all the age groups surveyed, millennials are most likely to give larger tips. Elon Musk might have to look for a new line of employment. The owner and CEO of the social media site Twitter created a Twitter poll over the weekend asking if he should step down as CEO. According to the results, 57% voted yes, 43% voting no. Musk did say he would follow the results of the poll. The results in this informal and possibly meaningless survey were based on more than 17 million responses. Twitter has been going through some chaos since Musk took over the reins, with mass layoffs and several policy changes as well.